Hello, everyone. This is Doran Davis. Today, we're going to talk about the St. Augustine real estate market, and this is the update for April 2026. So, in here, we're going to find out what buyers and sellers need to know right now so buyers can take advantage of the market, but then also what do sellers need to do to attract and keep buyers, especially if they give you an offer. Well, let's find out in this area, which is the oldest city in the United States. So the first thing, St. Augustine is a busy area. It is certainly heating up. The prices are stable. Homes are selling faster. There's a strong demand for buyers. Very good short-term rental market, and the inventory is limited or tightening. So it's certainly an area where if you're looking to be perhaps an area where there is a lot of rentals or a lot of visitors, which can help you for a house if you're buying or selling. Excellent area there. Now here's some key markets to know about. The median price is around 416,000 in ceiling, upper range, and again this is an average 483,000. You can find houses higher and lower. But the days on market, yes, right now, homes are selling faster. And the year-on-year price trend, well, it is slightly upward year over year. So now is the time to buy before prices continue to rise. So one thing, what does this mean for you? Closed sales are up month over month, and inventory continues to tighten. So as the inventory tightens, that means more competition, prices will go up. So certainly a nice time, April 2026, to take advantage of the market. So what does this tell us? Well, it tells us a couple of things. That this is not a bubble nor a collapse. Stable pricing signals confidence. Faster sales reflect genuine, sustained buyer demand, and lower inventory means competition isn't going away anytime soon. So this means that there's a strong, active market. So whether you're buying or selling, preparation and timing are everything right now. That's where your experienced real estate agent comes into play. So buyers, what does this mean for buyers? Well, they need to be strategic. Since homes are selling faster, we need the days of extended negotiation windows. They are narrowing. So quality listings are moving within days, not weeks. So you certainly want to act. Competition is still present. There are multiple offer scenarios, definitely, and it's a reality, especially in desirable neighborhoods or price points. So know that you're going to have to put your best offer. But there are still some opportunities. If you're prepared and strategic, there's some long-term value plays that are available right now, so we can definitely take advantage of that. So how can you win in this market? The first thing, if you're not paying with cash, you want to get pre-approved first before you even start looking at homes. This letter signals serious intent. It can leverage the moment the right home hits the market. Definitely start with getting pre-approved. So if you don't have access to a lender that can help in this matter, certainly that's where I can come in. But then also act quickly on desirable homes. If you put in an alert and it comes up, be ready to tour within 24 hours that listing meets your criteria. You don't know how important that is. And then also make clean, strong offers. If you want to minimize contingencies where possible, come in at or near asking price, especially on well-priced homes. And so this is where your real estate agent will come into play. So like myself, let you know the value, and you want to come very close to that, then you know there'll be less negotiation. And also focus on long-term value. So St. Augustine's appeal is enduring. Like I said, it's the oldest city in the United States, and many people come to visit this area because of that. So buying now at today's prices positions you ahead of projected appreciation, and how much more so this is exactly what we want. But notice that bottom line, if you wait, it can be more competition and higher prices. So the cost of hesitation is real in this market. Now, what does this mean for sellers? Well, sellers are still in a strong position, but strategy still matters. Since homes are selling faster, reduces the time on the market. It means less disruption of your daily life and faster access to your proceeds, which you can use for other things. And a steady flow of motivated, qualified buyers can keep that pipeline strong access to those price points. So if buyers are competing, especially in the right neighborhoods and price tiers, multiple offer scenarios remain a meaningful possibility. And if you're a seller, that's exactly what you want. So you can get more, maybe even more than the listing price. So if you have a real estate agent who prices your home right, yes, we certainly want that steady flow of motivated, qualified buyers. So how can you maximize your outcome? Here's an excellent seller strategy. Price correctly, not aggressively. So what does this mean? Well, if you overprice, guess what? It's going to trigger price reductions, prolonged days on the market. It erodes buyer confidence because they think, why are they reducing this price? Is there something wrong? And why has it been on the market so long? There's got to be something wrong with the house. So a sharp market-aligned price drives urgency and competition. Also, prepare the home for showings. So that's where it's important, where you have your agent come in and kind of help you to simplify. So declutter, deep clean. Look at things that, if you defer some maintenance, you want to address that as soon as possible. Yes, first impressions are formed in seconds. So we want someone, when they get a home showing, to linger. And then market professionally. I don't know how many times I've seen people, take pictures with a cell phone. There's nothing wrong with that, but it shows up on listings. So professional photography is very important. Compelling listing copy. Tell a story of that listing. And targeted digital marketing. Social media is here to stay. So this can ensure maximum visibility among qualified buyers. And also now be ready to move fast. So when offers come in, and they will, especially if you use this strategy, be prepared to respond decisively, and don't take offense to a low offer. Remember, it's an offer. They know that they're going to negotiate, so counter. Provide some type of negotiation. It is an offer, so take advantage of it. That's a captive buyer, especially if it's just one offer. See what you can do with that to get close to your asking price. Now, what about the mortgage rate? Because that does have an impact on buyers buying houses and then sellers not having a house stay on the market. Well, rates right now in about the low 6 range. That means it's improving the purchasing power compared to the highs of 2023, 2024. So yes, this is a meaningful improvement, and this shift is translating directly into increased buyer activity, especially in the St. Augustine market. So buyers who at one time paused their search because of the high rate, now they're re-entering the market as their monthly payment math improves. So this can restore confidence and shorten decision timelines. So it's always good to know what is going on in the market, because as sellers, this will benefit you. So the market is active, especially in St. Augustine, and it is moving. Closed sales have increased. In fact, it says month over month, these totals are trending upwards. That means more sales means less homes available. And if your home is one of those, there's more people that are going to look at it. And pending sales remain strong. So there's a pipeline of pending contracts. This signals that today's activity will carry forward in the coming months. So this isn't a 1 month blip. It is month over month. And this helps also with buyers' confidence returning. So yes, this economic stability, and as rates stabilize, that means more buyers are coming to market. If they sat out before, now they're returning. And there's also more urgency. So this really works for sellers. So what happens next? What is the forecast for St. Augustine? Well, as you can see, the opportunity window is open, but won't stay open forever. So since there's continued buyer demand based on St. Augustine's lifestyle appeal, and relative affordability, yes, this means the demand will be elevated through the rest of 2026. But there's also a potential price increase. So if the inventory tightening along with that stable demand, yes, that's going to cause the pressure for the price to increase in the upcoming quarters ahead. But also, we have to think about the increased competition in prime areas. We think of the historic district, which is near downtown, the waterfront, the A-rated school zone neighborhoods. These are where there'd be sharpest competition, especially as schools get out May and June. So the opportunity window is right now before that demand increases and you have more competition. So what is a final takeaway for buyers? Well, for buyers, we want to act quickly. If there was a well-priced home that you were kind of on the fence about, we want to take advantage of it right now. See, now is the right time to be able to act on that property, be ready to make your move without delay. So if you haven't been pre-qualified, get that. But if you're paying cash, cash is still an excellent opportunity for negotiations. Indecision is the most common reason buyers lose their ideal home. Think about that. Just waiting and delaying could cause you to lose the home that you've been wanting to get for so long. But also be thoroughly prepared. If you have your pre-approval in hand, then also have your must-have list clearly identified. So if you give that to your real estate agent, these are the must-have things I have. That way when you go on these tours and they match up, you are prepared. So your agent relationship established before you start touring. So make sure that if you're touring with your agent, you have their relationship. Perhaps they have a showing agreement. That way you know upfront exactly what the fees are, how they're going to be covered. And then with that relationship, you know, okay, here's some things. They're already giving you some listings to look at before you make that tour. So if you have that relationship, this is going to be very helpful. This will help you to win with those offers. And then also focus on long-term value. See, St. Augustine is a lifestyle investment. Properties here have a long track record of appreciation. So if you buy now, this will give you significant long-term gains in the future. Now, what about sellers? How can sellers capitalize on this market? Well, take advantage of strong demand. So qualified buyers are actively searching right now. So this gives you a meaningful advantage. Don't wait for these conditions to shift before making your home available, but also price it strategically from day one. Yes, of course, you want to get the most for your house, but if you overprice it, then it's going to sit there. But the right price generates competition, which is what you want. But aggressive price, notice, generates silence. You don't want your home sitting there. So you're going to work with your agent to land on a number that attracts multiple buyers and drives your best possible outcome. And then also notice, present your home at its best. So buyers form an emotional connection quickly. Notice it says within seconds. So professional staging, photography, and marketing. This will make sure your home captures attention. You don't want that. You want your home to capture attention. So let's build your strategy. If you're buying or selling in St. Augustine, that's where I can help. I've had the privilege of selling many homes in the past year and a half in St. Augustine, either condos, single families, those who are investing, or those who want to live. So if you desire this guidance that's grounded in real data and tailored to your specific situation, give me a call or text. My number's there, 757-553-8765. You have my email, doran@djandlindsay.com. Yes, I serve St. Augustine with local expertise and a personalized strategy. And if you want, you can also schedule a 30-minute meeting, have a Zoom or Google Meet, That way you can see me, we can talk before we go out, and I'll make sure that I present the houses that you are looking for. So I am ready when you are, so let's get to work.